I'll be back home soon. He had to go get my medicine from the pharmacy. Hi, guys. Dottie's barking. She wants her dad to come back home. She hates it when he leaves. She just walks back and forth to the door. Back and forth from the door to the living room, staring at the door. Barking every now and then, wanting her dad. And as soon as he gets here, she's fine. She hates it when he leaves. Hates it. But I'm here today with your guys' story from my Dreams and Miracles book by Ann Spangler. Today's story is going to be by Mary Ruth Howes, and it's called Dad's Dreams. So let's begin with the introduction. Mary Ruth recounts the story of how her father's dreams may have saved a life and a home. Now let's get into the story. When I was growing up, I always liked to hear my father tell the story of a strange premonition he had as a young missionary in China. Dad's superior, a Mr. Sinton, had just left Lunchu for an extended journey to outlying missions when Dad was overwhelmed with the feeling that Mr. Sinton was in mortal danger. Every night Dad prayed for his safety. When Mr. Sinton returned, he told about having retired one night in a great house with a tiny charcoal brazier burned. Later that evening, Mr. Sinton heard a loud, mysterious pounding. Getting up, he went to the window, pushed it open, and looked out. No one was there. He started toward the door, but the next thing he knew, he was waking up flat on the floor. He had been overcome by toxic fumes from the brazier. Opening the windows had saved his life. Several years ago, when Dad was 82, he called me at the office. I had such a vivid dream early this morning, he said, that I had to call you. I dreamed you were in danger. Is your house okay? I didn't want to do it, but remembering Dad and Mr. Sinton, I actually went home only to discover my sick cat sleeping in front of the electric heater. No fire, no danger. I turned off the heater and, feeling foolish, returned to the office. At home that night, I turned on the heater again, and 15 minutes later, the lights in the kitchen sizzled and flickered out. The motor on the heater had burned out, blowing the fuses and filling the kitchen with acrid smoke. And that's where it ends. So her dad, luckily her dad told her that, and her dad had that dream from God. God gave him that dream. And he basically saved his daughter's house, if not her life, and her cat's life. Because if she wouldn't have went home and turned off that heater, her house and her cat would have been burnt to death. Because as you heard, when she got back home and turned the heater back on that night, the kitchen was full of smoke where the fuses had blew out of that heater. So if nobody was home, the house would have caught on fire from that heater. So luckily nobody got hurt, and the house and the cat and everything was okay. Thanks to God and thanks to her dad's dream. So like I said, God always works in mysterious ways. Can't never take nothing for granted. People just say, oh, it's a dream, it's nothing, you're crazy. See, if she would have thought that about her dad, see what would have happened. You know? Sometimes you just got to go with your heart and believe stuff, you know. Now, the next one we will go to tomorrow, God willing, will be The Discerning Dream, or excuse me, A Discerning Dream. And that is by John Baker. John Baker. So that'll be tomorrow's story. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's story, and I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Bye, guys. God bless.